was this strange creature? Everything about it unsettled him. He must be cautious. The ranger had cleared the grubs that had got out, but the nest in the basement still needed to be dealt with. The grubs and the foul frog remains were gone. The tower was safe for the rangers to use again. Dead, but Reggie was no less unsettled. He had a sense it was not yet fully grown. He hoped this was the last of these he'd see. Reggie didn't know what this creature was, but its teeth and claws were as sharp as they were fast. Reggie wondered what this feeling inspired was. Fear or despair? It was dead, and Reggie could barely believe he'd survived. He hoped this would be the last one he encountered. The Mozzie King. Smaller than his female counterpart, but just as ferocious. The buzzing, then the stench of rotten meat. The Mozzie King had come for him. He wasn't the only king with a sting in his tail. With the king dead, hopefully the waves of Mozzie infestations would slow down. Her offspring were all dead, and the mother had come to get her revenge. The Mozzie Queen, foul mother of the swarm. They'd never stop what she did. With the mother dead, that should be the last of them. For now. The kingdom was restored, but Reggie could not enjoy peace until he knew it was free of threats. It was only restored above. Miners had sighted frogs below. Some were no longer willing to work. His squire thought it might have more to do with a strange rumbling. They say a monster prowls beneath. Dennis brought worrying news. The war chief and his band of pond scum had been sighted in the mine. Frogs were dealt with, and Reggie had felt no rumbling monster. But sighting the war chief had made Reggie realize they needed to prepare for an attack. The king was needed in the fort. The bridge cracked under his weight. The darkness stretched endlessly below. But Reggie had a kingdom to fight for. He couldn't go back. So he had no choice but to go on. There had to be another way out. The deeper the king got, the older the mines looked, as if the rats had found the tunnels, not made them. But what could dig better than a rat? What was this device? What it was for and who put it here were a mystery. But one thing he could see plain enough. It was missing a piece. Maybe something so strange should have scared him. But it only made him want to know what would happen if he restored it. The metal door opened as if pulled by another's invisible paw. What strange world lay beyond? Whatever had lived here was long gone, and Reggie was glad. What kind of beast would live in a place made of such cold, hard metal? Comrade, the little creature squeaked at Reggie. What was it? Not a rat or a mouse. It was armed, but seemed pleased to see him. Maybe it could help the king get home. Having said that he was king, the creature explained that he was a mole and electrician of the great Bolshevik Republic. But little of this made sense to Reggie. The mole needed something called electricity for his tram. It could get Reggie home, and that was all he needed to know to agree to help. The switch that gave electricity must be beyond this room. But they'd have to get past the grub mother first. She was the one infesting the mines with her grublings. Had finally stopped buzzing. She and her young would infest this place no longer. Now the electricity was back, the little mole would take them on his tram. Reggie was sure a tram was the rumbling creature the miners had. His new friend called it Station 24-7. It was kept alive with their electricity. Pipes funneled away the toxic gas, and there was strange music to put a wag in his tail. It was unlike anything Reggie had ever seen or dreamt possible. The mole had more wonders to show. This automobile could dig them a path anywhere, and fast, even to the Crimson Fort. But it needed to be fed petrol, which the mole said Reggie could get in Station 24-7, but it was not cheap nor easy. No change there then, the king thought. Fighting pits, where the victors were legend and the vanquished were stains on the floor. These arenas were outlawed in his kingdom. When his mole friend said, not easy, he didn't think he'd meant possibly fatal. But it was the only way to get coin for petrol. It was the only way home. This foe was called Mole Mysterio by the crowd. The fighter they called Macho Mole was a crowd favorite. Many a mole has lost their head to the brutal swing of his axe. This strange device was a blaster. Molecraft more deadly than most bows. Reggie wondered what the smith would think. Blasters make short work of most enemies. The king could get used to this. The king was tired and bruised, but he had the precious petrol. This might be a place of wonder, but it had none of the warmth of home. Something was wrong. The Crimson Fort was locked down with guards at every door. The king had been away too long. The enemy had returned, just as he'd feared, but sooner than he'd have believed. They'd slithered in through a broken pipe in the crypts. His brother and the Rat Guard had driven them back, for now. His brother Dennis pointed the way. He'd meet them below at the broken pipe. Together, they would end the Frog Scourge for good. His new mole friend offered to stay and help Comrade Reggie with this fight. If the Rat Kingdom fell, Mole Town would surely follow.